world as a whole, or even the natural environment?
Global citizenship education, I think the meaning of it has evolved for me over the years. I actually grew up in the Soka, so like reading Daisaku Ikita's writings and his peace proposals always gave me some idea of like what a global citizen might be. But also I just went to like a normal public high school, so I didn't get any kind of formal global citizenship education. But when I came to SUA, I think meeting the students from around the world and kind of building my relationship with the founder, I really understood the world is so much bigger than just your own life, and what it means to really be connected to other people around the world and to contribute back to like the whole world. So that was kind of my starting understanding of global citizenship education. Human beings are not meant to be like, we're not buckets meant to just be filled up, right? And just have someone pour information into us. Like, we're dynamic, you know? I've seen a lot of bad educators out there, you know? And I've seen the results, a lot of kids who are the result of a lot of bad education. And I feel like education is bigger than just teaching what's in a textbook. You know, like we need to teach to the whole person, which is why I really wanted to be here, right? Because it's more than just teaching them about history and art and social studies and all these different topics. It's also about like how to be a human being and how to engage with the world and how to be empowered and proactive and advocate for yourself and advocate for others.
It is really, really necessary for the world now, because the worlds are facing so many difficulties, such as COVID or
the meeting
poverty.
will be starting in just a few minutes. If you're still at the reception area, please make your way down to the auditorium through doors 1. Thank you. The meeting will begin in just a few minutes. Please make your way to the auditorium through door 1.
Others who are suffering out there, I really believe that global citizenship education is a key to tackle all those problems in the world now.
So I feel like this global citizenship education, it doesn't end in the classroom, and it doesn't end at graduation. It's actually this lifelong journey that continues throughout our lives, and it just gets better and deeper as we expand our humanity and encounter many rich experiences in our lives.
The true, like, big, huge, lasting impact I want to have is, I want every person that I interact with in the public school system to know what Soka education is, through their interactions with me. I work for Arlington Public Schools, and I'm the coordinator of counseling services. So I support school counselors across the district. I just wanted to help kids be happy. I wanted to support them to develop in whatever way they wanted to, and for them to feel valued and important. And so now in my role, I'm really making sure that counselors every day, can do their job and have the resources they need. When I was at SUA, I had there's many opportunities to care for others and to have leadership roles. I always felt like people believed in me, and I was trusted, and I think that had a really big impact as well. I still feel like that's my role, is to help them feel like they're important, like they have a really important role, and I trust them, and students need them, and I'm building them up, to make sure that they can go support the students. And that care is the same. The care that I offer, or that I try and share, provide to them is very similar to what I experience. I want everyone that I interact with, in the public school system, learn how to create value out of their life, right? And I'll never give up. That's another thing. I'll never give up, and that's absolutely something that was instilled in me, at SUA as well.
When I was
Yeah,
in
I
Ethiopia,
feel
I
like
was looking for a school that provided international studies and a multidisciplinary education that I could use as the future diplomat.
Can I go down there and do that now?
Specifically
Or
for
should I
someone
stay
from
here?
my background, we don't come from a lot of money, and the support that
Thank you.
Israel was willing to provide to foster this type of education was crucial. My
I want
life's
to start the
mission
meeting and no
is
one's in the
to
room.
become the concierge of business in Africa. And to do that, you need to understand economics, you need to understand politics, you need to understand how businesses make decisions, you need to understand
But
the latest
where's
developments in
Jolie?
technology.
Jolie?
All of these
Like,
things
I
are
haven't seen her on there
multidisciplinary.
either. So.
And laying the groundworks at SUA to develop the thinking to understand how all these variables interact will yield me great returns when I'm trying to impact the world.
The meeting is about to begin. Please make your way to the auditorium through door 1.
Private sector investments, or it's been through diplomatic ties between countries, and those treaties then manifest to better life for everybody on the ground. I noticed this since I was very young. I noticed that without integrating deeper into the broader world economy, that Ethiopia and countries like us are going to be left behind. The divide between the developed.
The meeting is about to begin. Please make your way to the auditorium through door 1. That's okay. The show is about to begin. Please take your seats. Cue for video. The show is just about to begin. Please take your seats. The show will begin shortly. Please take your seats. The show is about to begin. Please take your seats.
It is the graduates who determine the value of a university. The challenge of a university is to foster as many people as possible who truly contribute to the flourishing of society and the welfare of humankind.
You, the graduates who take limitless flight into the vast skies of the future, are my greatest legacy to humankind, humanity's greatest treasure.
I hope that you, who are my very life, will pursue your respective paths of mission, exercising leadership in your places of work and in society, becoming leaders for peace,
Culture,
and justice, leaders of humanity dedicated to the welfare of the people.
I fully believe in and look forward to your victory.
Hello, Sookai! Welcome home. It's so wonderful to see all of your faces. And for those online, thank you for joining us despite your incredibly busy schedules. We would like to share a special welcome to our incoming board member, Mafe, who is joining us from South Korea. Yay! And our new director of alumni relations, Margaret Kasahara. We'll have the opportunity to hear from them later.
Yes, we are so happy to have all of you joining us for this historical annual meeting. We're happy to share that this meeting has exceeded all expectations already and is now officially the largest gathering in Sookai history, with more than 300 people joining us. Yay! More than 300 in person and more than 135 locations around the world tuning in. Thank you all for joining us. We feel this is all the more meaningful knowing our Sohokai connections are this strong as we embark on the future after the passing of our beloved founder, Daisaku Ikeda. As shared in the intro video, we as a board, and we know so many of you, feel deeply inspired to live up to the expectations that we become leaders of peace and culture in our places of work and in society.
So we have an awesome meeting planned for you. But first and foremost, we want to congratulate the class of 2024 on their beautiful graduation ceremony yesterday. It was incredible to hear the student speakers and to be able to celebrate their accomplishments. We are so happy to welcome you to our Sohokai family. To introduce class of 2024 and share some reflections, please welcome Mark Okuda.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Okuda. For those of you who think I look familiar, yes, I am Alex Okuda's son. And I'm part of the class of 2024, or better known as, transition please, the best class. Thank you so much for allowing me to introduce my wonderful, amazing class and classmates to you all today. It still feels surreal that we have graduated and are embarking on our own respective journeys. Before I begin, I would like to do a pop quiz for you all today, just to help you get a better picture of what our class is like. Are you all ready? All right, so first question. How many students did the class of 2024 start with? Do you guys like those photos of my wonderful classmates from first year? So A, 98 students, B, 146, C, 103, or D, 16,789 students? Any guesses? For those of you that answered 103, you're correct. Our class started at 103 students and are currently at 88, making us the smallest class on campus, as a new concentration most definitely opened up the way for prospective students. Next question. How many flags were represented at graduation? So Soka is most definitely known for its highly diverse student body. So this might be a tricky one. Is it A, 19, B, 11, C, 14, or is it D, 4? Any guesses? For those of you that guess 19, you're correct. Yes, we have students from all across the globe, including the first student from Honduras, Flor, who spoke at yesterday's commencement. Last question. Did you notice the twins in our class? A, trick question, they're actually triplets. B, yes. And C, twins, you say? So yes, we actually have twins, Yuna and Kana, in our class, two of the most active students on campus. You can see them taking their hour-long walks in the morning, or Pilates and kickboxing on Fridays. So they'll be off to Singapore to work at the one and only Goldman Sachs, but hope to open a personal gym together in the future. Can you believe it? Twins, Goldman Sachs, unbelievable. So thank you all so much for participating in this short pop quiz of class of 2024. Once again, thank you so much for your warm welcome. Our class is like no other. As you may know, we started in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. And for many of us, it was heartbreaking to have to only be able to see each other on a 13-inch computer screen for an entire year. Personally, I thought it would be challenging to be able to make friends and true bonds of friendship through a computer screen, especially because we wouldn't be able to see each other outside of class time. However, I was happily wrong. I believe that our class truly embodies the meaning of Soka, value creation. Through adversity, we strove to do the absolute best that we could in the given circumstances. Many of us decided to reach out to each other over Instagram, Facebook, and even through Zoom chats. We held movie nights, played games with each other, and even studied together over Zoom for hours at a time. In between, we shared our stories and experiences with each other, how we're coping with the pandemic, sharing how we came to find SUA, and even opening up to share the struggles that we faced. It was surreal to me that thousands of miles away, I have people, friends that I felt I can truly rely on. I believe that because we faced countless struggles together, though we may have physically been thousands of miles away, that is exactly what shaped the foundation of our unbreakable bond. Coming on campus, our class was probably the more quieter class. I believe that the pandemic helped us to come together stronger as one, but also understand the importance of self. For many of us, I would definitely say how much of a surprise it was to see how different we looked in person as opposed to on screen. Some shorter, some taller. Regardless, I remember there wasn't a single awkward moment as we embraced each other with the biggest hugs. My favorite quote goes as follows: no amount of money ever bought a second of time. Personally, I really wish it did. The time I spent with my classmates was too short, but there was never a moment I felt I wasn't loved, appreciated, or supported. The class of 2024 is truly my family. I can go to every single one of them, share my struggles, my hopes, and my dreams, and I know that they'll be by my side no matter what. We are a quiet class. We have our groups. We have our closer friends. But our class has an inherent bond that cannot separate us. When our class does come together at a pool party, or at 50 days, or at senior ball, you can feel the love between us all. Each of my classmates will embark on their own mission and dream. Some will continue to pursue their education, whether it be in their master's or even their PhD. Some may choose to work to explore the wonders of society and spread the philosophy of Soka education. We even have classmates who chose to continue their passion of soccer, hopefully moving to the Philippines. SUA has been our pit stop to the greater world that awaits us, and I believe we will stand side by side as we continue our path of peace. I understand it might be difficult to imagine the type of class we are in based on how I may have explained it, but I hope this video shows you the love and care that we have for each other. It's a really short video, but this is a video of our class at senior ball as we refuse to take a photo until each and every single one of us, one of our classmates, has made it into the photo. We are independent, we are nerdy at times, we are crazy at others, and we are quiet when needed, and rowdy when the party calls us. We are family always. We refuse to leave anyone behind. Having a place to go is a home, and having someone to love is family, and having both is a blessing. And I know that 10 years from now, I will still be sharing jokes, staying up till 3 a.m. talking, sharing my dreams and aspirations with them all. And I know that in 10 years, they will continue to be my family. We are a little shy as a class, but we are genuine and so full of diverse and amazing experiences and identities. And I hope that you will all experience the same love I receive from my classmates as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mark, and welcome again to the class of 2024.
Today, we are continuing to celebrate under the theme Soka Global Citizens in Action, taking bold steps to build our shared legacy. You might remember that we set this theme in 2022, and it continues to be our theme through 2025, which will be the Sohokai's 20th anniversary. Yay! So to celebrate next year, we will be having an amazing celebration here on campus and look forward to your help and input, so keep your eyes out on ways that you can participate.
Our celebration of 20 years truly begins today. So for those of you looking for a way to celebrate today, please consider donating to SUA Scholarship Fund through the SUA donor portal. We're happy to share that for anyone who is in person tonight at the Alumni Mixer, your donation today will provide you additional chances to win in our opportunity drawing later this evening. So don't hesitate to give from the heart.
Throughout today's meeting, we'll have the opportunity to see some global citizen updates from our alumni friends all around the world. We know that you are all working hard to build happy, successful lives and give back in your communities. Thank you for everything you're doing, seen and unseen. Thanks to everyone's efforts, we as the Sohokai had an amazing year of growth, and we are excited to share a recap of all of the wonderful things that you and your Sohokai have accomplished this year. Please enjoy.
Greetings, Sohokai. Welcome to the Sohokai News. I'm Chelsea from the Events Committee, bringing you the latest updates from our Soka Global Citizens in Action. Today, we're going to recap all the amazing things Sohokai has done throughout the year. Now let's pass it to our committee leaders to hear more about these exciting new opportunities.
Thanks, Chelsea. The Communications Committee, led by Ken, Shami, and me, have been striving to create engaging communications to connect Sohokai back to SUA and our mission as young founders. Currently, we're working on a long-form magazine to be launched next year. Last summer, the Sohokai restructured and launched 3 new committees, including the Alumni Relations Committee, Class Reps, and Events Committee.
The Dialogue Committee is now the Sohokai Events Committee, led by Kusho, Chelsea, and myself. Over the past couple of years, Sohokai activities have shifted from a virtual-only environment to a hybrid environment. The Events Committee will be responsible for both virtual events, such as dialogue-centered events and keynote speakers, and planning and executing the in-person annual alumni meeting and mixer at SUA in May, including today's meeting and events.
The new class representative committee led by Toshi, Indigo, and me is a 3-member committee of incumbent class representative leaders appointed by the board to support all the class reps. We also work closely with the communications committee to come up with fun and exciting ways to engage with the class reps. In fact, we are currently tallying up the numbers for the winners of the top 3 class competition, which will be announced at the end of the meeting.
Current Student Support Committee became the Sohokai Alumni Relations Committee, led by Pavitra, Zane, and myself. Based on the desire to support both current students and alumni, we will focus on facilitating interactions between alumni and SUA for professional development opportunities, working together with the Career Development Office, mentoring current students, as well as supporting programming for Sohokai to network amongst one another. Today, we hosted the first ever Sohokai Networking Meet and Greet.
Today's networking and industry event was held in partnership with the Alumni Relations Committee and our Sohokai interest groups, which include planetary, medicine, education, and legal. This year, the Global Affairs, Finance, and Consulting Group was established. We have many potential interest groups in the works. Reach out to us if you would like to pave the way for a new interest group. Did you know that all alumni have access to services provided by SUA's Career Development Office? Throughout the year, many alumni participated in professional panels and career-oriented advising for current students. Stay tuned for more opportunities on how to get involved with the CDO.
Thank you everyone for the exciting committee updates. Breaking news, the Sohokai established 4 new regional chapters this year. Let's pass it over to Scott for exclusive coverage.
Thank you. It's true. The Sohokai is expanding at a rapid pace, with now 14 chapters throughout the globe. In the US, regional chapters were established in Denver and Chicago. Let's pass it over to our new chapter reps for some on-the-scene coverage.
All right, we just finished our first official Sohokai gathering in Denver, and it was amazing. We had people from all the way from the first class to the most recent 19th class come out to this wonderful event.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of food, fun, connecting, reconnecting, and from there, I think we're going to continue to build on this momentum and continue building bonds and go from there. Great kickoff.
Absolutely.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeff. We are your new Chicago Sohokai reps.
We just had our regional chapter kickoff meeting with 18 people total in attendance. We're very excited.
And we've really been hoping and wanting this to happen since we just even had a handful of people here in Chicago. And so that's more than 10, 15 years ago. And so we're so happy and excited to be able to begin developing the Chicago chapter. And we look forward to welcoming you all to Chicago.
If you ever visit Chicago, please let us know.
Thank you so much, Taiko, Nozomi, Jeff, and David for your determinations, and congratulations on the new chapters. Internationally, we also launched the Southeast Asia chapter and the Latin American chapter. Woo! Congratulations! Latin America will hold their in-person kickoff meeting this fall. And we're very, very happy to inform that this year, over 450 alumni members and family members have participated at 15 regional chapter activities throughout the world. How amazing is that?
We have a few more chapters in the works and look forward to expanding our Sohokai Regional Chapter Network. Contact Sohokai if you are interested in getting connected to your region or learning more about the requirements to start one.
Last July, the class of 2013 was the first class to hold its 10-year reunion since the pandemic. 109 alumni and their families attended, and it was so refreshing to welcome Sohokai back to campus. This summer, from July 12th to July 15th, the classes of 2011, 2012, and 2014 will be hosting a super reunion. If you're a part of those classes and you haven't registered for the reunion, what are you waiting for? What are you doing? Couldn't be me. As our Sohokai family continues to grow and begin celebrating 10-year reunions and 20-year reunions with the classes of 2005 and 2015, the hottest classes of Sohokai, we're also excited to meet up again in summer of 2025 and reunite. So back to you, Chelsea.
Thanks, Indigo. It's clearly been a great year, and we can't wait to see you all at future events. If you aren't already following us, be sure to follow at SUA Sohokai on Instagram and tag us in any photos or updates. Also, be sure to save the date for Saturday, May 24th, 2025 for our 20th Sohokai annual meeting. All right, Soka Global citizens, that wraps up our Sohokai news. Keep on taking bold steps towards our shared legacy.
Never be bowed by the harsh realities before you. Instead, hold your head up high and keep your gaze set ahead with this intrepid resolve. This is what I will achieve. This is the future I will shape.
After graduating Soka, I went to music school in Boston to study music therapy. I graduated Berklee College of Music in 2020, and I got internship offer in Texas. And finally, I was certified as a music therapist in 2021. Now I live in Arizona and working as a music therapist for clinic and school. And I really enjoy working as a music therapist because I can use my music skills, but also I can help others to improve their quality of life and help them to navigate their struggles and challenges in daily life, and also make them realize how important they are. In my personal life, I got married to my love of my life in 2020, and we were finally able to have a wedding at Soka last year. My husband and I live in Arizona, enjoying and appreciating the beautiful nature here. I am taking a bold step as a global citizen by contributing to local schools and then communities and supporting kids and families to enjoy their life by using the power of music. Thank you.
Greetings by Margaret Kasahara, Director of Alumni Relations.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to welcome you all back home and also want to extend a warm greeting to all the Sohokai members joining us virtually from around the world. A huge congratulations to the class of 2024, the newest members of our alumni family. Welcome to the Sohokai. Thank you all for attending our annual event, especially those who traveled long distances to be here. It's been wonderful to see so many familiar faces around campus these past few days, enjoying meals at the bistro or relaxing by Peace Lake. I'm sure there's truly nothing like the comfort of being back home with your SUA family. Being on campus must bring back a flood of memories from your days here, your late night crams in the 24-hour study room, to your famous birthday celebrations in the res halls, to the incredible feeling of achievement you each felt when you finally completed your capstones. We're here to celebrate all those collective milestones you each experienced while you were students and your incredible journeys since graduating from SUA. I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank the leadership and representatives within the Sohokai who make our association's work possible. Your support enables SUA to continue developing and helps our members deepen their connection with Soka, finding meaningful ways to give back to our wonderful alma mater. This includes our class reps, our committee leaders, our interest group leaders, and our regional reps. Thank you all for your time, your wisdom, your experience, and your passion to give back. I also want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our incredible Sohokai board members, Eric, Jolie, and Eddie, for their hard work and dedication. They strive tirelessly on your behalf to ensure this and every event throughout the year are not only possible, but also wonderfully memorable for everyone. Let's give all of our Sohokai leaders and representatives a big round of applause. I'd now like to take a moment to briefly introduce myself, as I know that there are some here who may not know me. As was shared, my name is Margaret Kasahara, and I recently assumed the role of Director of Alumni Relations. Although I'm new to this position, I'm not new to this university or to Soka education. I was born and raised in New York, and after graduating from NYU, I had the incredible opportunity to study at Soka University in Japan. After earning my master's in international studies, I returned to the US and moved to California in November of 2000 to join the inaugural staff here in Aliso Viejo. I had the incredible honor of helping to prepare for our university's first incoming class in 2001, some members of whom are here today. Working for the Office of International Student Services over the past 2 decades has been a tremendous honor and joy. I've had the privilege of supporting international students from the moment you were prospective students, guiding you through the admissions and immigration processes, and ensuring your safe arrival on campus. I grew alongside you as you enriched your lives through Soka education over the next 4 years, and I watched with pride as you spread your wings to apply this education in a world that so greatly needs it. This spring, I embarked on a new journey here at Soka, where I now have the incredible privilege of supporting all of you, our incredible alumni who embody the legacy of our university. I look forward to the opportunities to connect with those of you I haven't yet met and to deepen the bonds of friendship with those I've had the joy of knowing. What makes SUA so special is our ability to cultivate genuine friendships, thanks to our close-knit campus community and shared commitment to Soka's mission. And as we gather for this year's alumni meeting, the first since the passing of our beloved founder, Mr. Ikeda, last November, I am filled with gratitude and a renewed sense of purpose. Because of his incredible vision, I am grateful for the opportunity to be able to continue to cultivate wisdom, courage, and compassion in my own life through my experiences as both a student and staff member within the Soka education community. In my brief time in this role, I witnessed the great successes of every event, both in person and virtual, where current students have the opportunity to meet and interact with the alumni. They are so excited to learn from all of you. If you think back to your own college days, you probably remember how daunting the transition to the real world seemed and how invaluable alumni mentorship, guidance, and support would have been. And speaking of support, having been part of the admissions office, I'm familiar with the incredibly generous financial aid packages that many of you were able to benefit from. We've been fortunate to receive wonderful support from amazing donors who have chosen to contribute to our university because they share in our founder's vision and believe in the mission and values of our institution. And we are grateful to those of you who have given back to the university through your generous donations. Your contributions support our Soka Education Fund, which encompasses all facets of our university operations. This ranges from financing scholarships to covering our day-to-day essential expenses, ensuring that we can continue educating the next generation of global leaders. But when we talk about giving back to Soka, it goes beyond just financial contributions. Whether it's through groundbreaking research you're carrying out, leading community service initiatives, or your leadership in your respective professions, each of you is making significant strides as global citizens in your own unique way, no matter where you are. Sharing these stories with our current students is another valuable way to contribute to SUA. So I would like to encourage you all to please stay engaged, whether by sharing your knowledge and experience with our current students, connecting and inspiring each other at your regional chapter gatherings, contributing financially to initiatives that will benefit present and future students, or all of the above. Our collective efforts hold the power to make a significant impact and help shape the next generation of global leaders, while allowing you all exciting opportunities for networking and expanding your own career opportunities. As we set our sights on the future, especially towards the 20th anniversary of Sohokai's founding and the graduation of our first class next year, staying connected and engaged holds even greater significance. Our tight-knit alumni network stands as one of our most valuable assets, and together we can continue to support the mission and vision of SUA for generations to come. I want to thank you in advance for your generous support of our university to continue advancing forward as a beacon of light in today's challenging world. To close, I would like to share from our founder's message for SUA's dedication ceremony on May 3rd, 2001, where he wrote, "It is my hope and desire that an unbroken succession of outstanding leaders will depart from these gates to serve humanity in the 21st century. It is my hope and desire that the waves of world citizens, united and awakened to a genuine global ethic, will spread without cease into an ever more brilliant future. Thank you all for your efforts in realizing our founder's great vision for each of you. And thank you all once again for joining us today. Let's enjoy a memorable alumni meeting and make sure to follow. Thank you so much." Now I'd like to invite Dr. Andrew Woolsey, the Dean of Enrollment Services, to speak about an exciting new initiative in the Missions Office that involves alumni engagement. I can think of no one better suited than all of you, having gone through the admissions process and experienced 4 years immersed in Soka education, to assist in selecting the next generation of Soka students to join our university. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. And thank you, Sohokai Bard, for the opportunity to speak today. Really appreciate it. My name is Andrew Woolsey, and I serve as the Dean of Enrollment Services here at SUA. I'm excited to speak with you about an important aspect of the college application process, admissions interviews. As many of you know, the journey to college can be both exciting and daunting. With so many components to the applying to college, it's easy for those going through the process for the first time to feel overwhelmed. However, this new element we're introducing, I feel, will provide a new opportunity for alumni and prospective students to engage in meaningful dialogue and help us achieve the goal of bringing future global citizens to SUA. So what do interviews provide? Interviews provide clarity. Alumni can offer detailed information about the SUA's culture, academic environment, and extracurricular opportunities. They help set realistic expectations about life on campus, academics, and social life, providing a clear picture of what to expect. An alumni interview might reveal insights about specific programs, campus life, and traditions that are not evident in brochures or websites. Interviews also provide acknowledgement. Alumni interviews give applicants a chance to be seen and heard beyond the written application, recognizing their unique qualities and potential. Positive feedback from an alum can validate an applicant's efforts and achievements, boosting their confidence. An interview might acknowledge an applicant's dedication to community service or their passion for a specific field of study, which might not be as evident in the application. Interviews provide connection. Establishing a connection with alum can lead to lasting relationships that benefit students throughout their college years and beyond. Engaging with alumni can open doors to networking opportunities, mentorship, and personal advice. An applicant might connect with an alum who later becomes a mentor, providing guidance and support through their college journey. Interviews provide community fit. Alumni can evaluate how well an applicant might fit in SUA's community and culture. Alumni often provide personalized feedback on how the applicant's values and interests align with SUA's mission. An alumni might identify specific traits or experiences. An applicant that suggests they would thrive in college's collaborative, innovative environment. So what about the next steps in our process? We're new to developing this process, and so interviews will be conducted online and through video. Interviews will have an online portal access to information, will provide trainings and FAQs. Interviews will be able to document responses and provide feedback, and we will capture these details that the admissions office will consider in the process. We've tried to make this process as simple as possible if you are interested in this. So there's a QR code if you are interested. All we're asking for is your name and an email address. We will then in August reach out to you and contact you with further details. In short, alumni admission interviews provide clarity, acknowledgement, connection, and assessment of the community fit in our process, in admissions process, enriching the overall application. I encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity to give back to SUA in a very unique and meaningful way. Thank you.
Education is a uniquely human privilege. It is a source of inspiration that enables us to become fully and truly human, to fulfill a constructive mission in life with composure and confidence.
Hi, SUA! My name is Ramon Paras from the class of 2008. And for the past 10 years, I was teaching English at Kansai Soka High School and Junior High School in Osaka, Japan. Here at SISM, Soka International School, Malaysia, I'm an English teacher and I'm teaching students English communication as well as writing.
Hi, my name is Jisoo from the class of 2014. And after graduating SUA, I was working in Korea for 7 years in game industry. And now I'm in SISM as a marketer and supporting boarding house. So right now we are standing in front of this friendship house, which is named by our founder as a boarding house to build a great friendship at boarding house.
I'm Kazumi from the class of 2023. I just graduated last year and I finally moved into Malaysia and I'm teaching English and supporting the boarding house here. And our founder presented the motto of be genuine learners and be global students to SISM.
We are taking bold steps as Soka global citizens by moving with my whole family to a new country that I've never been before.
By changing my career path to education field.
By starting a new chapter of my life in Malaysia and then bringing my experience of Soka education into practice.
Bye!
Now please welcome Nicole Nomura from the class of 2013.
Hey, y'all. Okay. I so appreciate the opportunity to share my journey with you today. My name is Nicole Nomura. I'm from the class of 2013. Woo woo. And I currently live in my hometown of Ventura, California. Through the curriculum, diversity of students, and university's mission, one of the many things I learned during my time at SUA is how to create value, and just as a reminder, that's what Soka means. But I didn't fully grasp this concept until many years after graduating. I graduated in 2013, concentrating in environmental studies. And after graduating, I struggled a lot. Without getting into the details, I was basically learning what it means to be truly happy. I worked a lot of different jobs before getting fired from one of them, But this actually became a pivotal moment in my life because it helped me decide to go back to school to receive a master's degree in landscape architecture. And I actually felt so grateful for being fired because it led me to discover something that truly excited me. So I was able to create value out of that experience. And without any formal design experience or background, I used pretty much all of whatever experience I had up until then to apply to the top master's programs in the nation. When I was studying at SUA, I remember I was a part of a professional development program called Changemakers. Through this program, I learned that I don't need to pretend to be something I'm not and can, in fact, exercise my creativity and ingenuity to highlight my efforts and experiences in ways that are applicable to whatever I'm pursuing. Through leaning into this idea of Soka to create value, I realized that everything I experience in life has value and nothing is ever wasted or in vain. So I ended up going to Cornell University in Western New York. So I graduated in 2022 with a master's in landscape architecture and a master's in regional planning. And this is my family and I, minus my brother and my brother-in-law. During my time at Cornell, I became so passionate about engaging and empowering communities, especially underserved communities, in designing and planning their own neighborhoods and cities. And also I want to mention that landscape architecture is now officially a STEM discipline, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I'm happy to share that I'm a woman in STEM now. Woo! So since graduating from Cornell, I've been living with my parents and helping them out, but also for over a year now, I've been working at an amazing firm in downtown Ventura, which is less than 15 minutes from my house. And this is a small local firm, so everyone at my firm is in this selfie, including HR. Go ahead and follow our socials too. So this is a small local firm that specializes in community engaged planning and design, which is exactly the kind of work I wanted to do, which aligns with my personal values. Unfortunately, this work is still very niche because it tends to get more complicated when you start talking to many different people in the community, which is why this work is not often pursued. But our work with my team is all about creating meaningful places. We don't always get to do community engagement on every project, but it's so exciting when we do. We talk to people about their experiences, their struggles, their visions, and ideas. So our challenge is how to unite many different interests and communities to create spaces together that offer the most value for every single person without exception. So I'm getting all the notifications right now. Thanks, guys. I also want to share that my class had our 10-year reunion last summer, and it was so incredible. It was something that I didn't even realize I needed at the time. But last summer, at that time, I had been struggling intensely with my undiagnosed depression and ADHD. So I deeply appreciated our theme, Just Be. It reminded me to just be myself, just as I am. Our reunion was so invigorating for me. I could feel that many of us were anxious and nervous, but after that first night, we quickly warmed up. I appreciated that we could still be real with each other. So I shared openly about my depression and was, of course, embraced and supported. I feel that I'm taking bold steps as a global citizen by leaning into being myself, finding happiness exactly where I am, and having the courage to fully enjoy my life and share that with others. So, of course I love my job. It's awesome, it's great, but this experience I'm sharing with you is not really about getting to my dream career. What I really want to convey to you through my journey is the importance of having courage to do exactly what we want to be doing instead of what we think we should be doing. Many people have asked me if it was worth going back to school, pursuing this profession, et cetera, et cetera. I found these questions really hard to answer because, it's so different for everyone. But again, what I learned from SUA is that we can always somehow create value with whatever we decide to do and with whatever happens and comes up in life. So last year in November, SUA's founder, Daisaku Ikeda, passed away, but before he passed, he wrote my class a message for our reunion. So I want to share just a part of that I loved and that I just felt was so on point. So he said, "Toward the next 10 years, I hope you will stay proud and confident in who you are. always living true to yourself as you form the world's most beautiful solidarity as a Soka community, and resolutely and tenaciously lead great lives dedicated to value creation. So with that, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing landscape architecture, but really my goal is to become a licensed landscape architect and planner. But I know now that if I ever want to do something new, I'll be able to use all of my experience towards it somehow. So thank you so much.
Soka means boundless hope. Each and every one of you is hope of the world.
After graduating from Soka, I went to Scripps College where I got my medical prerequisites as part of the post-baccalaureate program there. From there, I applied to Soka University, California, where I got my Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degree, as well as my Master's of Public Health. I applied to residency from there and got into Oregon Health and Science University, where I'm now currently completing a pediatric residency. I have one more year, but my current plans are to go into developmental and behavioral pediatrics fellowship, which is another few years of training and specializing. Kana, my wife, and I also now have 3 kids, Akane, who is 4 years old, Hiroki, who is 3 years old, and now who is 6 months old. They bring all of the excitement to my life and take up most of my time outside of medicine. I am taking bold steps as a global citizen by taking care of each and every patient who comes into the office, regardless of their background, beliefs, or their abilities.
Most recently, in December, I got my MBA in International and European Business, specializing in entrepreneurship. I got that in Strasbourg, France, where I was for 3 years. And I've thought I was going for the corporate sustainability path, but I ended up choosing the public service path. So now I'm working for the town of Windsor in California, which is in the North Bay, as the sustainability coordinator for the town. It's been really exciting and a lot of change and a lot of challenges, but I believe that people want more good than bad in their lives, and seeing that sustainability can really help to build a strong future for all of us has been helping inspire and motivate people, and that's been really exciting for me. I'm taking bold steps as a global citizen by working on converging this community building with climate resilience and sustainable infrastructure, and figuring out how to invest time, money, and energy into something that might not be foreseeable help, but might be benefit in the near future and for the future of all the generations to come. So it's been really exciting. A lot of it's been procedural, but also cultural change. And I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
And now let's welcome the board and Margaret back on the stage.
So now is a bittersweet moment of the meeting. We need to officially pass the baton of board leadership from Eric to Mafe. So we will now hear a few reflections from Eric, followed by a determination from Mafe.
Fellow alumni, thank you. In 2021, as I assumed this role on the board, the pandemic cast a long shadow, and our beloved Alumni Association, like so many institutions, found itself navigating a new virtual reality. It was a challenging time. At that time, many of you, during our conversations, spurred me to believe, though, that we had a chance to co-create something transformative for Sookai. And as we embarked on the journey, amidst the uncertainty, a powerful spirit of community emerged. Together, we embarked on a journey of reinvention. I remember that we reoriented our focus, embracing technology as a way to connect with alumni across the globe. We fostered a sense of belonging despite physical distance. We created virtual events that sparked lively discussions and reignited that special flame of Sookai pride. and we launched our first alumni giving campaign to celebrate the 20th anniversary of our alma mater. We weren't just alumni then, we became global citizens in action, united by a shared experience and a common desire to support our school. The results are truly remarkable. Our alumni network has become more vibrant than ever before. We've welcomed new members from across the continents. We blew through our fundraising goal to raise more than 150% of what we thought was possible and leave a truly enduring mark on our campus. We've moved from virtual only to hybrid events, and these events, like tonight, continually set new heights with record attendance, and the energy of collaboration helped us relaunch around the world to 14 and still growing chapters. We've exceeded all expectations, and it's a testament to the collective effort of each of you. Today, as I pass the torch, I do so with immense pride and am filled with gratitude. This Alumni Association stands on a strong, innovative foundation. The future is so bright with Mafe joining the board. She is an amazing and remarkable person who I personally respect deeply, as she's trailblazed the way for all of us as a member of the first class, in addition to her brimming with talent and dedication. I have every confidence that she, together with Jolie and Eddie, will lead our association to even greater heights. In this new era, after the passing of our beloved founder, I believe that these words from his message to the 18th undergraduate ceremony provide a message of hope and a roadmap for how we as a Sohokai alumni around the world can face the challenges in our path. Quote, "Never be bowed by the harsh realities before you. Instead, hold your head up high and keep your gaze set ahead with this intrepid resolve. This is what I will achieve. This is the future I will shape. That is the heart of our Soka spirit. That is what I ask of you, our graduates, as you forge on with fortitude and good cheer, your eyes looking firmly, not today, but beyond the present, to a time 10 years and 20 years hence." Unquote. Jolie and Eddie, my heartfelt and deepest appreciation to you for the past years of service, together at 7 a.m. on every Saturday morning. Thank you so much. To the entire alumni body, my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support. And finally, to the loves of my life, my wife Yumi, and my boys Hideki and Takashi, thank you for your endless love and support, especially these past 3 years. You've helped me in countless ways I cannot even begin to share. May our Sohokai spirit continue to connect, inspire, and empower us to make a difference in the world. Thank you very much. And next, we welcome Mafe, our incoming board member from South Korea.
Hello, Sohokai. I wish I could be there right now. I am in Busan, South Korea. We're in the middle of exams, so I'm supporting my students over here. But definitely my heart is there in the meeting with all of you today. I would like to take the opportunity to congratulate the class of 2024 for your graduation. And welcome to Sohokai. I was just rereading Founder Ikeda's message to the class of 2023 for their commencement ceremony last year. And there's an episode that he shares there that stayed with me. It's an episode between Wangari Maathai and her daughter. And Wangari Maathai shares that the difference between victory and failure in life is often no more than the willingness to get up when we are down. And I'm sure that from now on, you will face many different kinds of situations, obstacles, circumstances. But guess what? You are part of Sohokai. And in my almost 20 years of experience in Sohokai, I can proudly share with you that Sohokai is a source of inspiration, of energy, of hope, of happiness, and that it has personally been a source of rekindling my willingness to get up when I'm feeling down. So with that, I really want to welcome you to Sohokai. And also I would like to take this opportunity to thank from the bottom of my heart to Eric for all his efforts as part of the board for the past 3 years. He has been an inspiring leader, and his dedication to Sohokai has been, again, a constant source of energy for me, and I know for my fellow Sohokai members too. And I look forward to honoring all of his efforts by continuing to develop our connections as graduates of SUA, and also to continue to deepen this sense of appreciation for our amazing alma mater, SUA. Sending you all a big hug. I hope you're enjoying the gathering, and I look forward to meeting you all soon in person. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you both, Eric and Mafe. And again, on behalf of the board, I have the distinct fortune of thanking Eric for his many years of service to the Sohokai. And over the past few years, as Eric mentioned earlier, Sohokai experienced many significant transitions and milestones. And at times, I was personally overwhelmed and anxious for the future, as we spent nearly 2 years without any full-time staff supporting us. However, Eric was always the solid, rock-hard foundation, and the exponential growth and countless accomplishments of the Sohokai over the past couple years would not have been possible without Eric's leadership, determination, and vision for the future. From establishing new committees to growing and building the foundation of our Alumni Relations Office to being the bridge that secured additional funding for our Sohokai activities. Special thank you to Arch and Ed for the extra funds. And yes, we really enjoy the open bar at the mixers. Yes, thank you. So, the list goes on, and I truly mean it when I say we couldn't have done all of this without you, Eric. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much, and we want to present you some flowers. Yes. And everyone here is invited to have a drink with Eric at the mixer after. So yes, we'll get to that very soon. And again, welcome, Mafe. Eddie and I are looking forward to working with you, and it's such an amazing honor to run alongside one of our amazing classmates from the class of 2005 as we enter our 20th anniversary as Sohokai. So again, congratulations to everybody. Yes, so now let's please welcome Arch Asawa, the Executive Vice President at Soka University of America, to share some words.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome home, Soka. It is so wonderful to see you all here today. I understand that there's a record number of Sohokai in attendance for this year's annual meeting. That is truly amazing. Congratulations. Now, by show of hands, for how many of you was it the first time to see Curie Hall? There's a couple there. How about first time to see Heritage Hall? Heritage Hall? How many saw Heritage Hall first time? Oh, after. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so you will see first time. How about the first time to this Performing Arts Center? Anybody first time? First time coming back to SUA since graduating? Well, in any case, welcome back home. SUA is your home, always will be your home. But as you can see, much has changed over the years, but at the same time, there's one constant that remains. And this constant is something that I share with anyone that asks me, what makes Soka University of America so special? I tell them it isn't the buildings, it's not the beautiful grounds, the faculty or staff. I tell them what makes SUA so special is all of you. First as students, now as alumni, I tell everyone that you all are the real treasures of SUA. Since you chose to come here and believed in us, and through you, we fulfill our mission to foster a steady stream of global citizens committed to living a contributive life. In fact, you have the pride as well as carry the responsibility of being an alum of SUA, since people's impressions, actually the world's impression of Soka University of America is shaped by all of you, whether in your local communities, workplaces, families, countries, you're defining who we are. And please know that all of us here could not be more proud of you for advancing each day on your courageous and often challenging paths as global citizens. Our university founder, Daisaku Ikeda, shared in his message, University of the 21st Century, the Cradle of World Citizens, quote, "The true value of a university is determined by its graduates. The activities and contributions of its graduates are what establish the worth and standing of a university," unquote. He goes on to say, or share, quote, "I hope that you, who are my very life, will pursue your respective paths of mission, exercising leadership in your places of work and in society, becoming leaders for peace, culture, and justice, leaders of humanity dedicated to the welfare of the people," unquote. Now, as you know, this annual meeting marks the first time that the Sohokai have gathered here since the passing of Mr. Ikeda, who cared so deeply for you. I love how in the light of hope, he shared, "My young friends, I entrust my dreams to you. I'm counting on you to spread the light of hope throughout the world." I recall him sharing in his message for the third SUA Student Festival, quote, "To you who are the heirs and heiresses of Soka education, whom I consider successors to my life's work, I should like to say that your victory means my life's victory. Indeed, your victory means victory for the future of humanity," unquote. He knew that your path would not be easy. It would often be quite challenging, and probably still is challenging for many of you. But he did not want you to lose hope. He did not want you to ever lose your way. Interesting enough, 14 years later, after he said that your victory means his victory, he gave the following encouragement to the 17th entrance ceremony. He said, quote, "May you wield the courage of an indomitable spirit that never fears adversity or failure. May you learn from the lessons of the past while doing your very best here and now with your gaze set firmly on the future. And may you forge your wisdom that pierces through the darkness and advance with unswerving optimism as you encourage one another. You are the very treasure of my life," unquote. The very treasure of my life. You are, in fact, his legacy, his gift to the world, because you are making his founding principles come to life in your own unique way, as there is no singular path as a global citizen. Now, Mr. Ikeda shared at the 11th undergraduate commencement ceremony what an important role that you all play on the world stage. Quote, "The light of hope that can break through adversity and scatter the oppressive darkness of suffering is to be found within your own heart. All of you possess limitless possibilities in the unseen depths of your lives. Therefore, you must never look down on or denigrate yourselves. You must never allow yourself to doubt the boundless potential existing within your life. In this world of deepening chaos, each and every one of you possesses a unique mission, a mission to contribute to the happiness and well-being of the people and for world peace. SUA has a tradition, a culture that can we be truly proud of. It is a tradition of caring of others, of equally sharing in our joys and sorrows, of striving to realize the hidden potential within our lives and in the lives of others. It is this that makes SUA the university that it is. It is my fervent hope that each of you will make the sun of the dignity of life shine wherever you are and all of the challenges that you decide to take on," unquote. That to me is the real strength of Sohokai. Your incredible diversity of interests, passions, occupations, geographies, held together by your all-encompassing culture of care for one another. I'm also now seeing this care extending to our current students at SUA. One of the things that Ed asked me to focus on recently was on career development, bringing together all the areas that can play a role in helping change and shape the culture and mindset of students to start thinking about career from their very first year at SUA instead of, waiting into their senior year. With a small working group comprised of folks from academic affairs, student affairs, career development, B2B, Bridges to Business, alumni, we are constantly looking at ways to transform and enhance career development at SUA. And it's happening, in large part because many of you are becoming engaged in this process. Great example, just like today, the networking and info session by industry for alumni current students. Several of you have come back, returned to campus to conduct evening career nights where you shared your personal career journey and offer advice to current students interested in your field. We also now have robust networking and job fairs that take place twice a year and recently featured over 30 employees on campus, with several Sohokai participating. Thank you very much. We're also now looking at the curriculum and have launched a pilot core competency assessment program that faculty can utilize and students can highlight on their resumes. We have bolstered our internship opportunities across different fields, including a prestigious summer clinical internship working closely with neurosurgeons and other clinicians, and yes, fostered by a Sohokai member. We have created a cohesive online nexus of information and resources for students to access so they no longer have to search all around campus where to go for career information. We have a growing social enterprise program with several teams winning awards at college competitions, pitching business plans from collecting and transforming banana waste into pulp and fiber to make textile, paper, and feminine products, creating an app to allow students and the community to find accessible routes on campus, to developing high-protein, organic, certified grain cereal to solve malnutrition and hunger in West Africa. In fact, one of the teams has advanced and will be competing this summer in an international round of competition. So you can see we're trying to truly build a robust career development pathway so that eventually every SUA student has the opportunity to begin working right after graduating. To continue building on this vision, I ask and call upon you, our graduates, to engage with us in strengthening this pathway, whether it's mentoring our students, providing internship or job opportunities, as well as providing timely career advice. We're also looking to you, as Andrew noted, to identify and interview prospective students throughout the world so that we can recruit and admit those students who truly align with our mission. And who better to share and explain the SUA experience than our precious Sohokai? You truly are our treasures, just as the university founder said. With Mr. Ikeda and the many generous donors having laid the foundation for SUA's establishment and development over the past 20 plus years here, we now look to you, the Sohokai, to truly take us to the next level. As you may know, many of our sincere donors have started to pass, coupled with challenging economies and crippling exchange rates, especially for our donors in Japan. Our annual giving levels have actually shrunk to less than half of what it used to be. Traditionally, alumni are the lifeblood of a university, so we're so fortunate to have a university founder and incredible donors who truly believed in our mission and in all of you to help start and fund our initial growth and development. So now we call upon you, the Sohokai, to support us so that we can carry on to meet the expectation of our donors and university founder. In addition to your time engaging with one another, as well as our current students strengthening the Sohokai network, we ask for your support financially so that we can continue to do all the things that make SUA special. From our need-blind admission, scholarship for international students, tuition waivers for students with household income now $90,000 or less, study abroad as part of tuition, laptops for all students so that everyone has equitable access to technology, and of course, support for all the Sohokai activities. I have been receiving wonderful reports on the various regional chapters, activities, which I hear are truly amazing and growing, as well as these annual Sohokai events, which are supported by the university. I sincerely hope that you all can contribute something. The amount can be whatever you want it to be, out of a sense of appreciation for being a part of SUA in this grand mission. I'd like to close my remarks with this excerpt from Mr. Ikeda's second undergraduate commencement ceremony, where he shared, quote, "I ask you to instill hope where there is suffering, amplify unity where there is conflict, impel progress where there is stagnation, and in doing so, usher in a truly global renaissance by fulfilling the roles in which you were meant to fulfill." And unquote. And this next part really got to me, and it's really at the very core of why we are here. Quote, "Nothing would be more dear and meaningful to me than to know that you will always treasure the splendid bonds of friendship nurtured at SUA, ties that cannot be equaled anywhere in the world, that you will care for and encourage one another as you triumph over every adversity and challenge encountered upon this great stage of life," unquote. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you today. And once again, it is so great to welcome you home. Thank you very much.
To conclude our meeting, we invite you to stand and join us as we sing the song presented to us by our founder, Daisaku Ikeda, The Light of Hope.
I stand, determined to fulfill the dance of my mission. All at once the sun appears above the hill, and our campus is made gold. Oh, light of hope, arise from here, shining on beyond 1,000 years. On every path and every stone resides a founding spirit. This spirit is my own. For the sake of the people, I will study and learn fearlessly and without cease. And for the world, create a new future of happiness for humankind. It is my purpose now to climb the steep hill of learning in pursuit of my youthful dreams. Determined youth emerges from the earth. The beating pulse of life grows stronger as we gather. Global citizens uniting in strength, and triumphant the day begins. The light of hope, here and now it starts. That's youthful passion burning in our hearts. No education surpasses that of trials and hardships. Harsh lessons learned online. We'll go into society and do the best we can to shatter the dark of night, to live a life engaged in new construction. Our hearts forever bound as one. Today we live a vow, creating bridges, dialogues of justice may be done. Underneath the shining canopy of stars, we ponder the words of thinkers through the ages. My young friends, I entrust my dreams to you. I am counting on you to spread the light of hope throughout the world, to be the change that finally unfurls the gleaming banner of humanity, the flag of freedom for all the world to see. Be philosophers who bring about a renaissance of life. Open the way for peace. This wounded world awaits us all. Our courageous hearts will heed the call. I offer and dedicate to you the pride of an indomitable life, committed to achievement of one's youthful vow. I offer and dedicate to you the light of hope that rises above all hardships and makes every dream come
Wow, y'all sound really good. So you guys can be in like a chorus performance next year, 20th anniversary. Just kidding. Okay, All right, so before we end, we have a few announcements. So first off, we're gonna announce the winner of the class competition. Yes. All right, so based on registration and in-person attendance. So these are the folks that are in this room right now, not the ones that are only showing up to the party. You guys that are here right now. So we're gonna start off with third place. It's actually a tie, so drum roll, please. All right, so 05 and 06, yay! Tied for third place. All right, and then in second place, we have, drum roll please, the class of 2023. Yes, yes, I hear you. Amazing, amazing. All right, and then in first place, we have our most youngest Sohokai. We have the class of 2024. Yay! Props to them. They came here after their graduation activities, so thank you. So congratulations to the 4 classes who won. You can actually pick up your prize at the gift table in the lobby as you exit the auditorium.
Yes, congratulations. Oh, thank you. Yes, congratulations. So our Sohokai Association is unlike any other association because while we're able to receive support, we simultaneously offer it too. This spirit of contributing to each other as alumni, to SUA, the students, and society is the foundational cornerstone of the Sohokai. And if you're interested in contributing financially to SUA, you can scan the QR code on the screen now, or go to give.soka.edu, or the development tables at the meeting and mixer.
Thank you. So this concludes our meeting, but for those of you joining us online, if you'd like to join a casual conversation and catch up with your fellow alumni around the world, you can go to the Zoom on the screen here, and Mafe and Fabi from 05 and Lisa from 07 are going to help facilitate a group. So come as you are and no pressure, and let's go ahead and wave goodbye to our online classmates around the world. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes. All right. So, oh, not my turn anymore.
All right, thank you all. So here in the room, we have a few housekeeping items. So we're going to gather down here on the stage for a commemorative photo. Of course, this is SUA. And after that, you can start making your way to the Athenaeum for the mixer. And for those who are interested in visiting the Soka Heritage Hall, please do so after this event as it closes at 7:30. And the Soka Heritage Hall is located right next to the Athenaeum, so you can go on the tour and then hit up the food and drinks. So let's get this party started and make your way down to the stage. All right, take a special shot. Rally.
Hello. So as you make your ways down to the stage, you'll see some gray tape marks. Please stay within the gray tape marks.
Like 5.
Yeah, I traveled to Arizona.